Welcome to the locker, season 3, episode 35. I am your man A White, along with my man V Styles. What's up?
Man, I'm good.
That's it. It's good.
Women's basketball SEC tournament champions. Y'all better recognize. I'm good, man. Great day today. It's crazy how falling back just throws your timing off, man. It's crazy. It's what it got dark here about 5:30-ish. It felt like 8 o'clock at 5:30.
Yeah, wait. Whenever I think is a certain time of the day, I'm like, let me look at that, man. I'm playing. Let me look at this damn clock. I feel like when said it, or it was that Steve Harvey was talking about Ray Carew. Said, man, it bet not be 7 o'clock when I look at the clock. And the thing is, man, it just seemed like it jumped like 2 hours, man.
Yeah.
Because right now it's 10 o'clock. I was ready to come on 2 hours ago, which still wasn't, time for us to come on. But yeah, that thing does change up. Before we get into anything University of Kentucky, I do want to ask you, where do you I mean, there's some good fellas, man.
Y'all petty, man. Y'all petty. Y'all worse than me.
I did want to check on, just real quick, Jeff Saturday to the Indianapolis Colts. What's your take?
Slap in the face, bro. that might.
Wait a minute, slap in the face to who?
To coaches. I'm gonna say. I don't know what's worse. No, I'm not gonna say this because I don't want to get all into the other realm of the world. I'm gonna stick with this. If I have been coaching for any amount of time, right? The heights.
Yes, sir.
If I've been coaching for any amount of time, this MFer has never been a coach. He doesn't get special team coordinator. He doesn't get O-line coach. He doesn't get tight end coach. He doesn't get offensive coordinator. He doesn't get a damn analyst. This motherfucker gets the head job. He skipped so many rungs of how you supposed to get to that level. I'm gonna stop there because I'm gonna start saying some crazy shit and we're gonna lose followers. So I'm gonna stop there.
Well, let me ask you this. Is it Major League Baseball, Major League, the movie? Can it be that bad? Like, I understand how outlandish it is, and I understand the undertones, overtones, whatever. That you just bring a guy off the street because he's a good guy. Like, we played with some good guys. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know if just being a good guy is. I was talking to somebody at work today, and I was like, it's just kind of like me having an opportunity, or kind of like Anwar being on the coaching staff. No, it's not really so much like
that. You can't.
But we're gonna hold on. We're gonna break it down to this. If somebody says, let's hire Tim Couch as the next UK head coach. I don't know Tim Couch should ever have coached. Now, he's a great guy. He's an ambassador for the state, for the university. I mean, you're really not against it, but from where we got to, do we know he can recruit? Do we know he can, is there a lot of different things he can do? It's just kind of, I'm with you. You keep talking about the coaches who's trying to get up the ladder. The one thing I'm tripping off of, and you and I both know, been in NFL locker rooms. Can you imagine my coach, Skip Pete, whoever it is at certain points in time, like our coach gets fired and you bring a dude in off the street, like not a coordinator, not a position coach. First of all, how much are they going to listen to somebody who's brought off the street and you've been to war with this dude in the room? I'm saying my position coach. Like put the quarterback coach in there because he should know what everybody's doing. The O-line coach usually knows what everybody's doing. Now the receiver coach and the receiver coach and the running back coach may or may not know what everybody's doing. But my whole point is, I don't know, like when you said it's slapping the faces of coaches, it's a slap in the face of coaches that are probably waiting, but I think it's a bigger slap in the coaches that's already on the squad.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Look, Jeff Saturday was a hell of a center, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. But you telling me you couldn't give the interim title to anyone on that staff? Like, if you want to, it makes no sense, dude. That hire. Now, Jeff Saturday was a part of the organization. He was some special assistant, blah, blah, blah. But you got quarterback coach, running back coach, wide receiver coach, O-line coach, tight end coach, D-line coach, linebacker coach, probably inside and outside linebacker coach. You probably got a corner and a safety coach. You got 10 coaches plus special team coordinator. Are you telling me that you could name one of those 11 guys to be the interim title for the coach you just fired? Makes no fucking sense.
I'm gonna ask you this one more thing. We can move along. We a quarter away through the show after this gets done. You know what the other point I had about this whole scenario was?
What's that?
Now, here's the crazy shit about it. You either had him in mind, you wanted him to be a coach. Who in the hell fires a coach? Now, you can let him go another week or two. Who fires a coach without anybody in mind? Now, I'm talking about if it's 99, and this makes the 1%, it's 99% of the time somebody already on the staff to make an interim. How do you fire somebody so did they already have him in mind?
Yes. Yes. That was no discussion. Well, we interviewed a couple of coaches on the staff, and we didn't find anyone quite on the level to have the keys to he went straight to him.
Wait a minute, did they interview? Didn't he get fired?
No, they went. If they didn't already have him in mind, there would have been some inclination or some explanation that we interviewed such and such, and then we came up with Jeff Saturday because we felt more comfortable, and we wanted the other guys to stick to their daily activities that they have been accustomed to and not to throw too much more on their plate. Like, you could have explained it that way and said, okay, well, we're going to name the special team coordinator maybe the head coach because his responsibility is a little less than the offensive defensive coordinator. But maybe you align one of the position coaches because then they don't have to lead a unit. But to fucking name a special assistant? Makes no sense.
At least it wasn't Herschel Walker. I'm gonna say that.
Oh, see, you venturing off to that.
I'm just saying. I love Herschel Walker growing up. He was my favorite college athlete of all time. But he just, I don't know, just in the past couple months, he just and it has nothing to do with politics. It just seems like this guy lied. Like OJ, when OJ murdered somebody, I was like, you know what? I can't really like OJ. He murdered somebody. So I'm kind of there with it. What was I at when I said that? You're not listening to me, are you?
Well, me?
Yeah, I forgot where my point was when I made that point. Oh, I said at least it wasn't Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. What everybody's come here for, except for the people from Ohio who's chiming in. Oh, he did say Reggie Wayne was on the squad, so he just overlooked Reggie Wayne. Was Reggie Wayne?
Anthony, can I speak on this real quick? Just real quick. People are chiming in about special team coordinator, right? So we need a special team coordinator because our fucking snapper can't snap. We need a special team coordinator because our damn kicker can't kick. Can a special team coordinator, whom is probably not a kicker, can help his kicker kick better? Here's the deal. It's like everything. You can find something to blame, right? But we ain't have nothing to blame when we fucking taking kickoff returns to the house. Do you remember that? Do you remember Barry Brown taking it to the house? Do you remember our kickoff coverage being pretty damn good this year? Does anybody remember that we were doing better on punts? But we got pretty good punt, pretty good kickoff coverage. Look, I don't know. There are some teams that have special team coordinators and who are still bad. But Anthony, when we play, do you have a special team coordinator?
Coordinator or coach?
Right.
I don't remember when I played.
No, we didn't. Every one of the position coaches.
Didn't you work with Milo?
Stop. So
I think he was a special teams coach.
No, he wasn't. No.
Oh, okay.
Each coach had a special team unit. I can't remember who had PAT field goal. One coach had punt return. One coach had punt. Coach Smith had kickoff coverage. Someone had kickoff return. So, I mean, you cannot. The difference is in the NFL, you can kind of get guys off to the side more because a lot of those guys are just special teams guys. You got your starters, then you got a couple of special team guys. So you can get them off to the side as a special team coach and coach them up, right? In college football, you ain't gonna get too many guys off to the side and fucking coach them up while we doing offense or defense.
USM Cat fan is right. There are more coaches than there were when we played, man. So you might have one. But I'll say this. AJ Nance was special team coach. He already got a plan in order. He knows that it can make a difference. AJ, I remember watching AJ play. AJ Nance for special team coach. Who we got to call? Stu, if you watching, tell Mark for Vince. I like calling by their first name, making it sound like we on Rich. I like making them think on first name basis. And it shows a lack of respect, which I do not mean to do. So let's carry on. Why were we trying field goals in the swirling wind? Did you have any questions about that? I was asked that on Sunday. Now, this is the third time I've discussed this game this week since Sunday.
Right. Yeah.
But so prior to the game, why are the kickers out there early doing
Thank you.
What they talking about?
Thank you. And
so that's against what I think.
As I remember, was one into the win? Yes, one was into the win. But here's the deal. You kick.
Former teammate Keo.
Thanks, Keo. You kick prior to the game, and the field goal kicker tells you what he's comfortable with kicking. Period. And he said, "Coach," and he just doesn't look. He just not out there by himself, and he's like, "Coach, I can get it for 55." No, someone sees it too. And so they said, "Well, we're comfortable at 45 and in," and that's how you go.
Yeah, but that's what he was saying, Keo. I think.
No, I said kickoff. He was kickoff too.
Every aspect, we had different coaches, but I don't think we had a whole coach. Oh, okay. We got a deal on the table. AJ Nance said he would do it for free. But he
No, I'm
ain't,
not
but he
saying.
ain't here for the bullshit.
I'm not saying that you cannot have a coach just for special teams. All I'm saying is the special teams was doing fine when we was returning kickoffs to the house almost twice, and everything was great. when Ruffalo kicked a 50-yarder, everything was great, right? He made a 50-yarder at the beginning of the season. He was 100% at the beginning of the season. So I don't know.
All right. I do think they need somebody over there accounting for them, because you played for the Rams before I played for the Rams.
Yeah.
And it was something I thought they took fairly seriously.
Yes, they did.
The problem is, before I came to the Rams, I was with the Raiders. And they took that shit serious. They made sure you knew extra point was not a playoff where you just lean on the guy.
Right.
You're giving 100%. Like, and plus, in the NFL, it is a little different. NFL, you got guys dedicated to just special teams. So, you know, they're going to give it they all. But it was just kind of eye-opening here in the NFL for them to say. And then you got the special team coach making, who was the dude I had? Gordon? No, I'm talking about the returner. Was Gordon returner, and he had incentives in his contract. So we was discussing his incentive during meetings. Like, if we get him to the end zone 12 times this year, whatever it was, or a certain amount of yards, I'm sure it wasn't 12 returns, but the whole point is, if this is, and I'm feeling the people. I don't know if you feel the people or not, man. I'm feeling the people, because if this is going to start costing us game, we won that game by 4 effing points. We lost to Ole Miss by it. If it's costing us games at a certain point, I gotta pull somebody in, like USM Catman said. Man, we got 57 million coaches. Hey, look, I want you to go over there. I want you to give them distractions. I want you to watch all their kicks, watch all their snaps. You got to have a timer on it. You got to all this other stuff to make sure you're efficient. What my understanding is that they go over there, and the same when we was Jimmy Carter and them, Brian Johnson, and just going over there, coming back whenever they want to come back to practice. Every now and then we put them in scout team, safety or something. But they really not accounted for it. So if they not take, and I think what happened with Ruffalo is, I'm not saying he wasn't taking it seriously, but whenever you get them yips, catching the football, shooting free throws, whatever, if you get them yips, I think let me ask you this, and people that's chiming in, do you think it's time that we check out somebody else, Chance Porter? Does Barry kick?
No, they got that freshman who's supposed to be good from Kentucky.
Our teammate, well, he was my team. I don't know if he is your teammate.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal, Anthony. We all know this too. If anybody else was making them MFs in practice, they would get a shot. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. Knowing Mark Stoops, are you not saying that he? Now I think I feel the same way we felt when we talked about who was the point guard we had 2 years ago? With
Devin Askew?
Devin Askew. Like, when you leave them out there and they struggling, I think you full of crap. Like, and that's where I think we at now. At first, I was kind of like, he's a player's coach. He don't want to hurt his feelings. But now I think you're doing a disservice. Ben isn't wrong. We had some success, but it's increasingly important in SEC games. Coach Ortmeyer, rest yourself, had us unprepared for every scenario. Had them prepared.
So, are you telling me that Stoops is willing to lose games to keep Ruffalo, whatever? I don't know what Stoops has extra linebacker coach, because there's 2 different linebackers. There's an inside and outside linebacker, 2 different type of linebackers. So he's got to have 2 coaches. It's not the same.
Yeah, right.
You got to have 2 linebacker coaches in 3-4. It's 2 totally different positions, because them 2 outside linebackers are actually more almost they're a hybrid between a defensive end and a linebacker. So you can't coach the inside linebackers like you coach the outside linebackers. So you got to have 2.
Jackson Smith, who we were talking about, man, these chats coming in. I didn't know this. So Brown said he's announcing he ain't going nowhere, because that was going to be part of our conversation too. tonight.
Man,
Have you heard that?
Let's get part of the conversation.
You subscribe to it, huh?
Let's fucking get into it. It's 30 minutes almost into it. You know we're gonna talk about 2 hours on this NIL shit.
Oh, that's what you're gonna get into?
We need to
this
because
our show. This ain't my show. This is our show.
Okay, you're right. I'm wrong. Well, what's the other statements being made?
So now you back in your seat, huh?
Yeah, I'm
Ruffalo, the decent kicker, the long snapper getting the yips is messed up. Poor and Holder and Ruffalo and the place kicker. Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I'm not gonna question that. That's true.
If the center messes, I believe this stuff happens more than people are aware of. Like not centered snaps.
Oh yeah.
Holds. But this dude, I'm even on some decently or perfectly executed. Sometimes he drives the ball low. He's just second guessing himself, man.
I would agree with that.
We've seen no back and on it. Oh, so he said it last night on TikTok. He's got more physical lately.
Listen. I'm gonna let the leader of the orchestrator of the show orchestrate before I say some stupid shit.
No, I mean that game ain't really too much to talk about. Like the film is shitty. There ain't really too much to talk about. NILs on the table. Basketball season started. We really don't have to go play by play in that game because there ain't really much to talk about. But the field goal snuck and Will holds the ball a little more than you'd like to. Now it's different if you stand in the club, you always hold your balls. Like you stand there.
That was a good one.
He not in the club, man. He not in the club, man. So
that almost made me snort. Oh, that was a good one. Oh shit.
Okay. So Barry Brown, come on, man, pull yourself together. So you sound like you feel like Barry and Brown may have gotten some good news. Is why he made the announcement. Or is Barry and Brown trying to help other recruits come play with him?
Anthony, man. Look, man. Not everybody on the fucking team is making 6 figures from NIL. I mean, let's just be honest. Huh?
Is there anybody?
I'm sure there's somebody.
Yeah.
I'm sure Will Levis is making a pretty penny. I'm sure he's making a lot of money, right? I'm sure Wan'Dale Robinson made a lot of money, right? I guarantee you that Trevin Wallace isn't making a lot of money. I guarantee you Carrington Valentine isn't making a lot of money. JJ Weaver, Jordan Wright, Christian Lewis. You know what I'm saying?
That's Will Levis. That's what he thinks maybe.
Yeah. So here's the deal. So how much money do you think Barry and Brown got to come to Kentucky this year?
NIL?
Yeah.
Or under the table?
No. And there's no need to be under the table. There's no under the table needs anymore. How much money under the table, over the table, around the table that Barry and Brown got to come here?
Let me ask you this before we get directly to that. If I say I want 150,000 to come there, and say Hoover Dowhair or P-Rat say, nah, I got 100 for you. Or I got 120. You don't think they're gonna find 30? Do they have to combine together to get it? Or does it have to be one whole deal? So that's where I'm saying when I say under the table,
I got you.
So is it us not asking for the money, or the people not willing to give? Because everybody's blaming the university.
That whole thing is bullshit. But let's get into this Barry and Brown thing, right? Anthony, if your son had the option of going to
Barry and White.
What's that?
Barry and White.
If your son Barry and White had an option of going to Kentucky, where he's going to play right now and put up numbers right now and get paid $50,000. Or he go to Alabama. He's not the top option. Or Tennessee. He's not the top option. He potentially will play now, potentially won't. There's a chance, a high likelihood he won't play and definitely won't get the numbers. But Tennessee pays him $75,000. The big money is 3 years down the road when you're a junior and you have a chance to leave, right? So are you going to take $25,000 more, but your numbers won't be as high potentially as taking $25,000 less and playing a lot as a freshman, sophomore, and junior for another team?
I don't know if that's exactly what we're dealing with, though. Because what if Berrien decides he wants to go to Alabama next year? Do you think does Berrien not remind you of who was that who Tua threw that touchdown pass to their freshman year?
Devontae Smith.
He is not Devontae Smith at all.
He's not Devontae Smith.
Not at all.
Devontae Smith's from Louisiana. I saw that MF will play a lot. He ain't Devontae Smith
at all.
Okay. They're black and they got speed. Devontae Smith was a route runner from jump. He's not Devontae Smith. They about the same size. They're a little slight. I think Devontae Smith was stronger, but nah.
Ruggs
a little thick, man.
Thicker. Yeah.
No. No. It's them numbers matter, because if I can leave as a junior and I put up a 500-yard year as a freshman, an 800-yard year as a sophomore, and a 1,000-yard year as a junior, I'm fucking leaving. If I'm leaving. That $25,000 extra ain't nothing when you're already making 50. Now, if you was making 0 and someone gave you 25, I'm going to the 25, because over here I'm getting nothing. Over there I'm getting 25. What I'm saying, if you're making 50, which is a lot of Anthony, can you imagine if we was making $50,000 in the 90s? How happy, dude. You can have told me.
We're not going to go through this again now. We're not going to go
through this. But I'm just saying.
50,000. If Tim Couch making 250,000, no, I'm not happy with 50,000. I'm not happy with that. And that's where we at now.
But here's the deal. You can't be in Couch's pocket, though.
Hold on, Van. Let me tell you this. And then we're going to get to Scott's thing. I'm going to tell you this. You make a hell of a point, but this is what you are not taking into consideration. You are talking about Van and Anthony, who've never seen money in college football. If we coming in knowing there's money there, my expectation is different. If I know money's there, my expectation is different than us being juniors and they say, hey, next year you get to make some money.
You're right.
But you are aware with this whole thing that Scott Gregory, everybody's saying, and I said this before NIL became a thing. JMI wants, or whoever wants, $125,000 for you to use the logo, or else. You remember Johnny Kilroy when Jordan retired and Johnny Kilroy was doing all them Gatorade commercials?
No,
it was Jordan with just a blank jersey on. Look up Johnny Kilroy.
Really?
Who was that guy? And it was Jordan, but he had just a regular, a black, red and black uniform on. So the thing is, I said this a long time ago. You could do commercials. Somebody want me to do a commercial in a what brand? I like Nautica. In a Nautica polo, and say, hey, I'm Anthony White. Come buy a car. Now, okay, you might, but all they want to do is use a logo. And they want $125,000 up front.
Off top?
So how much? Huh? Yeah,
off
JMI
top?
To use the logo just for the rights to the logo.
Who is JMI?
That's who does that's who took over everything. They do. They own everything. Anything, any production by UK, their name is on it.
Oh. So they have so they're the licensing and rights company.
Yeah. They done bought the licensing. So everybody's saying that JMI UK wants JMI to be right. So JMI is like, well, one way or the other. I can't remember how the hell.
Whoa. So what you telling me is, I'm confused.
Okay, JMI wants the money. Okay, so UK is all the sponsorship, all the UK marketing goes through JMI. All UK marketing goes to JMI.
So how does that have anything to do with NIL though?
Because all they want to do is use the logo. So your logo on the thing. You can't have you can't wear no UK gear, nothing. You can't use a UK logo. So I'm basically just doing a commercial like we doing right now. But we can't have UK shirts on. We just gotta have on whatever our regular stuff.
Okay. Whoa. Well, my thing is, what's the connection between NIL and the $125,000?
Because they want to do deals, but in order for JMI to take anybody in to do deals with them, they want to use the logo.
Why?
JMI to set anything up, they got to be out of the pocket $125,000 before they start.
Why do I, as an NIL person, have to use the logo?
Well, that's the question. Do you think it'll work without that? Well, hold on. He said JMI paid $200 million that UK used to renovate Commonwealth. Okay.
I'm still confused. Okay, Anthony, let's say you and me create a business and we do NIL and we take money from whomever and we distribute it to the university, right? Right?
No. If Ford says we want to do, basically you got to give. I was in sales before, merchant sales before, and if I get charged if I get charged the tax overhead, or if I get charged fees overhead, I can eat the 5% on every sale, or I can put a sign in my window that says every time you buy this and you use a credit card, you got to eat the 5% because I'm not eating the 5%. Some people take it, some people don't. You just got to notify them it's being done. Apparently, the $125,000 paid for to use the logo. Anytime somebody use the logo, he's starting a $125,000 hole. You just said how many people get 6-figure deals.
I'm just trying.
So that 125.
So what you saying is, if you and I on the locker and we do an advertisement and we want to put Will Levis on that in the uniform, with that uniform on, we got to pay $125,000 to film a advertisement with that.
No, that's not what I'm taking.
Okay.
I'm taking for us to go to JMI, whatever we pay JMI.
Why not have to go through JMI though? Huh? Why not have to go through them?
Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying now. Oh, that's the deal. They want to set up. Everybody's asking why we're not doing like the other programs and setting up the big, everybody gets paid stuff, apparently, for football. Apparently that's where that's coming from.
I'm just, because I don't know all this stuff. All this stuff is I don't understand why someone has to pay NIL. I mean, $125,000 to someone if I'm creating an NIL for players. I don't. If I'm a fan, right? Not an advertisement like what like I saw Dane Key and C-Rod going to Jeff Ruby's, and maybe Jeff Ruby's wants to advertise and make a big deal. UK players put the logo on. I understand that, right? But if you and I as ex-players, we don't want to fucking do no advertising, no marketing, no media, no anything. All we want to take in is the funds, take in the funds and distribute the funds out. We just a vessel, right?
Right.
Funds come in, funds go out. We ain't caring about, we ain't an entity that needs publicity. We just want to help the players out. So we get $100,000 from whomever, from fans and people who love the locker and all that stuff. And then we say, okay, we want to get $99,000 to the DBs because they're the most important people on the football team. Then put $1,000 to the running backs because they're the second most. And we just do it that way, right? I don't need JMI, right?
No, you really don't. Like AJ said, and USM Cat fan was on the same. for it to get a team-wide thing, so everybody that comes there, offensive line and Joe Schmo can get a team-wide deal. I thought it was for the team-wide deal they can use. Here's the other thing, even what you just said, where's the back USM Cat fan said. So if Alex Brotherheart decides to come to UK out of Aliquippa, Louisiana, and says, hey, you want to sell pictures of him in just a Hanes t-shirt. So now, if you saying this Barry and Brown coming out of so-and-so, blah, blah, with UK logo on the bottom with his high school uniform, but his UK logo on the bottom, they can sell to make the money. I just think it'd be eerily difficult to make that money back without the UK logo. Because I think you stating the whole point that Will Levis, C-Rod don't need a logo.
Right.
But we're talking about the field of team. We are not talking about, and I think that's the thing, is across the board is why we're saying why don't we do what everybody else is doing? Everybody really got to the point where they paying everybody on the team some money somehow.
I'm confused. I'm still confused though. And this is why I'm confused. Because when I came to that Mississippi State game, every damn 5 minutes on the damn big new nice Jumbotron, they put a fucking portion of the damn Jumbotron, BBN, NIL, QR code, you scan it, it takes you to a website, right? But you had to be a business entity, right? That has nothing to do with JMI though.
Okay, so apparently, well, I'm getting too many. We should have never.
Right, that's what
I'm getting a whole lot of, and this sounds more like the issue that we were saying before. Adam Bryant is saying that if they want to get a player and they want to use the logo, it's going to cost them $125.
Right.
I thought JMI had to pay UK $125,000 to use the logo, or anybody who comes to JMI has to. Oh, I guess that is the same thing.
Yeah, you got to pay JMI. It's kind of like,
and UK can't tell JMI what to do.
No, because JMI do
pay $200 million.
Well, yeah,
to be part of it. Okay.
When they gave all them funds, then they kind of got the rights and the go ahead to recoup those funds. That's $200 million. That's a lot of cash, right? So I don't understand how, if we create a pocket of money, a pool of money, we can just fucking distribute it and not have to go through the $125,000. The people who do advertising has people who do advertising has $125,000 to give up.
Gotcha. Okay, there we go. Gotcha.
That's easy. If I'm Ford or if I am Wheaties,
there go the bots.
If I'm whatever, I got the funds to give that up, right?
Right.
So I don't.
Okay, so JMI speaks for UK. That's where we at.
So that's see now. Look, Anthony. It's all starting to make sense. It all starting to make sense.
So now, where's your opinion that now knowing what you know is going to cost you $125,000 to use the logo if you want to use our players? So they pimping us out. No wonder that's why sexfine.xyz came back around. So they started talking about somebody getting fucked.
I try not to laugh at that. Here's my deal. Everybody have to find a reason, someone to blame, right? You got to blame Scangarello. I sent out a tweet today, and someone said that Liam Cohen will have us 8-1 at this time. Then someone said, not with this O-line. Then it was like, oh yeah, you're right. This O-line is kind of holding us back. You can blame anyone. And it's all dandy. I have no problem with it. But the timing of this, Anthony, is is confusing to me.
The information you mean?
No, just the timing of all the stuff coming out, right?
Right.
All the stuff coming out all of a sudden, like in the feverish, like method, right?
Right.
So my mom, my dad gave me one of the best compliments when I was young. He said, dude, you can weed through some shit and come up with a pretty coherent reason of why things are happening. And I get information from everywhere. I don't listen to radio. I don't listen to TVs. Know what I do? I read. And I follow some good people, right? It's kind of interesting that things happen because this recruiting class isn't very high, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you cover your ass? It's not us because we just recruited the top 15 class last year. It's got to be something else. What that something else can be, I don't know. Maybe NIL. Maybe that. Let's throw that shit out, right?
Mm-hmm.
If NIL was so bad, we wouldn't have got the recruiting class we got this year. Right? So when we lose the running back, you know why we lost the running back? NIL, dumbass Mitch Barnhart. Or maybe the kid didn't want to fucking come here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still the possibility of this. We jumped on a kid early, right? We jumped on Anthony White early before anybody else. So Anthony White feels the love. He's like, hell yeah. SEC team, up and coming, I'm committing. Right?
Right.
So he commits, he goes to his senior year and starts to ball out. And now Ohio State starts to notice him. Michigan starts to notice him. He's from Ohio. He loves Michigan. Huh. Well, damn, I did love y'all, but shit, Michigan's been my favorite team since I was a little kid. I'm sorry, guys. I really appreciate you guys giving me my first offer. I'm going to decommit, and I'm going to look at possibly Michigan or Ohio State. I'm a Big Ten kid. It ain't about us. It's about the other people who fucking offer them. So stop blaming it on other shit. Maybe the kid don't want to fucking be here.
I mean, I'm with you. The timing of it is a little suspect. And, everybody keeps saying this whole thing. I don't know why UK doesn't come in and have the fans or the fan. Why don't we collectively as a fan base get together, like you said, everybody donate 10, 20,
Dude,
whatever you want.
That's the shit that pisses me off, Anthony. This is what pisses me off. It is written, like I said, I've only been to one game this year. I ain't been to many, but that damn BBN NIL is on that damn board a lot, right?
Yeah.
You got to be a business, right? I hate fans. I hate people, not fans. I hate people who are just lazy, right? They just want the easy way. Oh, let me just give $5 to somebody and then I'm done with it. Do you know how much money it costs to create a NIL? I mean, to create an LLC? It's not that much. You can get 10 your best friends and put $10 in, maybe $20 in, and then you can form your LLC, right? Once you get your LLC, you can start taking in funds and distributing funds. So for all the people complaining about it, as I say, comparison is the thief of joy. Stop comparing us to fucking everybody else. This is how we're doing it here. And we got an option. Form your fucking LLC, and then we can fucking give all the money to you. If you are such bent out of shape over this shit. Because there's some guys on Twitter that's been bent out of shape. If you've been out of shape, form a fucking LLC and then take on the funds. And then you won't have to be bent out of shape.
Somebody paid somebody $8 million.
I don't believe that shit.
I don't either. I think that's horse hockey.
Now, here's the deal. Now, Anthony, is it possible that they were going to offer him $2 million a year?
I guess anything's possible.
That's on. So, and the thing about it is not. I wonder if that deal is based on if you like. Here's the thing: if you do an NIL, right, that's a contract. It's a contract. You know how we got in trouble with C-Rod missing those 4 games, right? He didn't abide by the fucking contract, right?
Bro.
So if there's a contract of $1 million a year with some stipulations, if you don't reach some stipulations, you ain't getting that money anyway.
Man, they going through it. All right. So, okay. So maybe that's what it was. So if they saying JMI paid $200 million for the rights and they feel like they overpaid, but everybody said the rights are collective throughout. That's why they said they got contracts with Georgia and other schools as well. But I don't think well, I guess Georgia would be pretty big, but our basketball players collectively are NIL cash cows.
Gotta be.
Because they make that money on their own. So, but they think that $200, maybe they overbid and then we happen to have these decent seasons or whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of with you. Everybody wanting to place the blame on Mitch Barnhart not wanting to spend the money. I don't know. There's a lot more to it. I honestly think it's the same people who think one and done killing UK. I think at the end of the day, they want the entertainment and the title of playing or UK fan without having it out there down there. You from the South, down in Florida and Georgia, shit, man, Texas, man, we willing to pay whatever it costs to let the show go on. Not here. Whoa! How much? Hold on. Right. Now we doing just good enough.
We just had Kevin Falk, LSU finest, come speak at our football team, right? At a father-son dinner, right? And we was chopping it up in the coach's office, right? And NIL came up and he was like, man, LSU, we are so far behind. We suck at this. NIL is not something that everybody's doing well, man. It just isn't. It is not even close. And a lot of people are feeling that they are not on it. The Texas A&M is on it, but look what Texas A&M did this year. But here's my deal. This is what raised my antennas up big time. This is why the timing is weird, right? What at any university, program, institution where shit happens overnight? Nothing. It's too many checks and balances. You got a president, you got an AD, you got boosters, you got the athletic department, you got an academic department. So for people to think that, because apparently there's some new group coming in with NIL, for people to think that this new group all of a sudden formed in the matter of because someone brought this to light in the last week or so, then some miracle happened. The Virgin Mary happens, and we birth a damn new NIL deal in a matter of fucking hours. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you think that Mitch Barnhart all of a sudden say, oh my God, I got emails. Oh shit. I got fans. Oh shit. That I'm going to all of a sudden create this damn miracle in a matter of hours to come up and do this? Do you not think that this has been happening for some time and they had to iron out some shit? There was some back and forth. There was some, okay, I like that. I don't think we can do it that way because NCAA might come down on us. That there was some back and forth before this group, this miracle group came in. Come on, man. If y'all think that shit happened because y'all start calling Mitch 2 days ago and y'all start sending them emails and now his damn email service jam. If you really believe that shit happened, I can make you believe that we didn't lose 10 games in a row when I was at Kentucky in 94. Even though the record says it, it's on the books. If you believe that, we went 10-1 that year.
Does the running back, does that the top ranked running back stay at Louisville?
We'll see. Louisville's got a little bit different thing. They got an Adidas deal. Adidas is from
nobody wear Adidas. Who is Yeezy? Adidas? Ain't Yeezy Adidas? And Yeezy just left them too?
Yeah, he left.
They ain't even got the Yeezys no more. Oh, that's
hey. Now I've heard they have got a guy, I can't remember the guy's name, who has a West Coast connection, and he's teamed up with Adidas, and that's how they're getting these guys. The thing about it though is
I ain't gonna take them lumps well, it better be a bunch of money if I'm going out here just taking lumps. Like you did say, right. You did go 1-10, and I commend you for that. And you still stand as tall. I commend you for that.
So we are again, let me repeat this. Comparison is a thief of joy. Even though prior to this year, Louisville had better recruiting class than we had prior to this year. And we fucking mollywopped their ass 4 to 5 straight years. So all these fucking great recruiting class they had ain't amount to shit.
All right, man. I can't understand how they got all this money from Adidas and all this other stuff capping off, and they got the boys' entertainment, Katina Powell.
This was after Tina.
Huh? I'm saying that was still the expectation. Yeah, like we're gonna bring these guys here. We're gonna bring you an ex-crackhead, which is now a current crackhead that went back, and pay her $100 and like expect you to, man. Can you imagine if you was on? Well, I don't know. If you was on recruiting vision, they bring $100 hooker in there. Like just take them to a student. Just take them to a student center party or something. Like you gonna bring on it? Like what you want me to do with this, man? I'm leaving. I ain't commit. I ain't having another word with nobody. If you think that lowly of me,
yeah. Look, man. This is, you know what? This is the other thing that bothers me about all this bullshit, right? Because to me, it's just white noise, right? We got to figure out a reason why we are 6-3 instead of 8-1, and people got to find, because we had us at 10-2, right? I had us at 10-2. You had us at 10-2. So other people got to find reasons. I don't have to find reasons. I know the reasons. So we're not 8-1 right now. But so people gotta clamp on to something, right? And it's bothersome. It bothers me that we gotta find something to hold on to. This program after 2018. I didn't get racial. Did I get racial? After 2018, when we had a 2-star fucking defensive end and I think Benny was 2 or 3-star running back, right? Our calling card was he was either 2 or 3. Our calling card was we recruit and fucking develop. Our calling card was we recruit and develop. Because we got a 2-star, we made him a superstar. We got a low 3-star, now he's a superstar. Why can't we still recruit and develop? Oh, white noise. Why can't we still recruit and develop? Why can't we still get 3-star athletes and some 4-star and still develop them to be 10-win teams? That's what's confusing. Now, obviously, when you're dealing with a higher ranking, you got a little bit more margin of error, right? But I thought our thing was recruit and develop.
Stupid. That was Benny Snell. Not Benny Snell, Lynn Bowden, Anthony.
Who cares? See, that's who. Look, oh my God. this recruiting shit gets on my nerves. I would say this. I'm gonna say this. I looked at the 2023 recruiting class. Don't look at the fucking numbers and all that shit. Just look at what we're getting. That class is not bad. The class is not bad. The class is not great. We ain't got Dane Key and Barry Brown and all those guys, but we do have some really good receivers coming in again. Look at the recruiting class and stop fucking trying to say, oh, just because Louisville's ranked ahead of us, oh my God, this team is going to suck. It's going to suck because our recruiting class is 10 spots on the Louisville. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, you got to be like you said, you can F around and be Texas A&M right now.
And what, Texas A&M like 1-5 in conference or something? 1-5. They are the Vanderbilt of the West.
Make sure that's true. I know they ain't won a whole lot of games.
Are they not 1-5? I'm pretty sure they're
3-6 overall.
They what?
They 3-6.
That's right. You know, a couple of them games were to non-conference opponents.
Right. Damn, boy. Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna be able to. I don't know. We're gonna be able to write this thing. I mean, is it a real thing, or is it just something to take the tension off of what's going on? Are we gonna get the kids money across the board? Apparently, the JMI deal does cover basketball. So
okay,
it's something about football that's not covering it across the board. I'm still confused. Like a lot of stuff that people are saying that makes sense, but it's too many different avenues and too many different tangents for this whole thing.
I honestly, I believe people need a reason to why. Two things: why we're not 10 why we're not going to end up 10-2. That's one, and why our recruiting class is ranked in the 40s when we just had a class last year ranked in top 15. Do you think that UK? Do you think? I want fans to understand. Do you think UK is going to consistently be in the top 20 every year in recruiting? It ain't going to fucking happen. It ain't, because we don't have a recruiting hotbed. You know the teams who are usually in that top Texas teams, Florida teams, a Georgia team, a California team, maybe a South Carolina because they play good football there. Those teams are saturated with talent. I want everybody to do this. Go to rivals.com and look up the team rankings. And when you go to team rankings, look at a player and look at the state. Look at the amount of, maybe I'll do it here, Anthony, I'll share it. Look at the amount of players that are ranked and rivals in each state. And then come talk to me. There's a reason why it's hard for us to be in a. You ain't gonna go to fucking Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, elsewhere and consistently get their best player to come to fucking Kentucky. Not just a good player, their best player. It's extremely hard.
They got a bunch of questions going on, man. Yeah, I was about to say, man, Van didn't want to say Ohio because he didn't want to give up that.
Ohio shit.
Thank you. Say they on your ass, boy. Look at them, they on your ass. They got two questions. Truck says, our man Truck over big things, say we getting better, but the conference is getting better too. Like, I guess he's saying the conference is getting better, like conferences are passing us. You agree with that? Because everybody talking about Tennessee on their way. We lost to South Carolina. They think Florida may not be. Georgia still Georgia.
Come on.
Missouri got a hell of a defense.
Come on, man. That's just old school. Look, this is Texas, right? Look how many people. If they got a 4 and 5 star, they have 66 of them. 4 star and above, right? They got 100 kids ranked. I'm sure that's more than that. They just capped off at 100, right? So Texas has 100, right? What does Kentucky have? Let's see. Kentucky has 15. 15. Remember, Texas had like, what was it, 50-something 4 and above? We have 3. Right? 3. Let's go to Florida. See what Florida has as far as talent in their state. Obviously, this shit's taking longer today because I got. Let's see, it's coming.
Uh-oh.
No, it's coming. It's just slow because we
They calculate that many people. They got that many people?
Florida has 100. They conveniently stop at 100, right? So you know they got more than that. Let me just go to my little state, my little small state of Louisiana. We don't have that many people, but Kentucky has 15, dude. 15, right? Let's see. We got 25. It makes a difference. Don't let me pull up Georgia and all. It makes a difference. You gotta have talent to consistently be ranked that high, right? And it's just hard for people to grasp that concept. All your teams that are ranked in the 2 rankings is probably Alabama, Georgia, and Georgia has 100 plus. I know that for a fact. Alabama, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Georgia, Texas, LSU, Miami. That's Florida for those who wondering. Clemson, Oklahoma, Florida, Tennessee. I mean, it's just hard, dude. Right, Cobby. I'm just so for you to expect Kentucky to consistently be in the top 20, you are asking those coaches, this coaching staff, to recruit other states' top athletes and have them come to us on a consistent basis. Because we can't do it. We can't have a great recruiting class just from the kids in our state. Like a Texas can. They can, like Houston. University of Houston don't even have to leave the fucking city of Houston to get athletes because they're all in that fucking city. Just imagine that. All right. My TED Talk rant is over.
No, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Did I get to my other point I wanted to make? Yeah.
As we don't have pre-show talks, so I can remind him what was on the night. This is all off the cuff, dude. If y'all gotta enjoy stuff, we freestyling. We battle rappers, and we the battle rappers of the podcast industry. Sports podcast.
Recruiting high school players, don't worry him that much. But we're always going to have to go into the portal to fix some weak spots. And in his opinion, that is where the NIL money is really going to have to come into play. Secondly, can we fix our weak spot? I know you've been a big advocate, proponent of line and availability and attraction. Can we fix our line problems in the portal?
I don't think so. I could be wrong.
Dare didn't really even work out for me that much. That offensive line was so good.
Huh? Yeah, right.
That offensive line, I don't even know if Dare worked out.
Anthony, that's the thing, right? Is we had 4 dudes on the offensive line. We had 4 dudes. We had Fortner, we had Horsey at a guard, which is where he's best at. We had Cox at a guard, which he's best at, and we had Kennard. You can scheme around. You can scheme around one bad apple. And Darren wasn't a bad apple. He just wasn't as good as the other 4, right? This mass unit of players. It's hard, dude. It's hard looking at that shit sometimes. It is hard looking at that, what I'm seeing. Guys all over front of their skis, bad first steps. It's just bad, man. It's just bad. Yeah, Dotson was pretty good last year. No, it's no doubt about it. He was the worst one last. But here's the thing: when your worst guy isn't really that bad, that's pretty damn good.
Right.
When your worst guy is, we can live with him. When you got 2 or 3 guys, like, damn, what are they doing? You can't. You just can't.
You and some Cat fans don't think you can get a good roster buying all the kids. You think some got to be part of the NIL deal? You think the NIL deal gonna hurt us?
I don't look. Here's the bad part about NIL deals, right? Is that we can speculate what kids are making. We don't know.
That's true.
There are not a lot of kids making that kind of fucking money, man. It's just not. Let's be honest. There's 85 kids on the damn football team. And not even half of them is making that kind of money. It's like the NFL. It's fucking top heavy. Your quarterback, maybe a receiver. They making the damn money. Lake Dog, we fucking fucked up with the old line as far as evaluation.
So he think Derek be our top guy?
Yes, he would be. He would be. You know what? I'm gonna just be honest. Since we're almost done with the show, the problem that happened to us, honestly, is if we don't have a center. We don't have a center. I truly believe if we had a center and we put Cox and Horsey at guard, we would be okay. I truly believe that. It starts with the middle. And when you're not as strong in the middle as, dude, we have had a fucking run of damn centers, dude. We had Toth, then we had Drake Jackson, then we had Luke Fartner. When you're weak at the middle, it makes it harder for everybody else. And Cox was a damn good guard. I'm not sure he's a average center. And it starts there. If he goes back to guard and we somehow get Horsey come back and we get a center, I think the O line will be so much better.
When the $47 million recruiting class got to A&M this year, fuck the rest of the $85 million roster about those fools having all the money. $47 million, they ain't give it just 47 players.
See, do we know how much money they got? Like that's the like people people can put bullshit out, right? I don't know, man.
They need to let this stuff be able to be seen so people,
right?
So the kids will know when they not being scammed. You remember when I ran a 4.6 in high school in 40, and I was mad as hell. I told my coach, I was like, y'all wrong, dude. Like the dude the year before me that went to Purdue, well, and I was a sophomore. When I was a freshman, he was a senior. So I took over running back after him. And he was like, I said, man, it was like, dude, you're not faster than George. I was like, I'm not, but I ain't no damn 4.6. They was like, what do you think George ran? I said, George ran like a 4.3, 4.4. They said George ran a 4.6. So, I mean, so like I said, so basically all that was said, when the narrative's put out there, man, it can really destroy things. It can really mess things up. That's why we need all this information to be out there to see these kids don't be making terrible decisions.
Yeah, there's no transparency.
I don't know about that, Scott, man. Scott, you come with a bunch of damn hot takes, man. Let me go look at his Twitter. Scott got a bunch of hot takes.
3.
Some of the stuff sounds good.
3. Okay.
It better not be Stewart.
Oh, so we know Stoops ain't going nowhere. Mike Stoops. We know
Gangarello ain't going nowhere.
we know Scott Woodward is not going anywhere, right? We know Chris Collins probably ain't going anywhere.
Big dog.
We know Big Dog ain't going anywhere. So shit, that kind of you can start the three starting to become obvious if it's really three.
Brent, I've been told that's a long way to go. Oh,
Who?
yeah, you heard. Oh, I guess you ain't heard nothing more than I've heard, anyways. Why Goodwin ain't playing? You think that whole Goodwin out? Everybody acting like Goodwin ain't playing because he's that bad. I refuse. Listen here, I refuse to believe that Goodwin is that bad. Now, do they want to put him in the fire with the rest of these?
Well, Anthony, is he good enough to play right now, though?
Well, we got these. He can play and still red shirt now.
I know. No, I don't think. I think he's played. I think he's played more than 4 games.
Oh,
I don't think he can red shirt
him out there.
So that's what I'm saying. If they playing him and not trying to save his red shirt, that to me probably means he ain't quite ready yet. Because if he wasn't definitely ready, they would have saved him and kept his red shirt. Right?
Yeah. Man.
So he can play, but ready to handle the lion's share of work. Just because the guy's huge don't mean he's good. I mean, you can. Matt Elam is one.
Who plays guy? Dude on this field goal team?
He played who?
Wow, are you serious? He's been.
Oh, really? Well, he's not playing special teams because he's only on one special team. He's only on one.
Field goal and extra point are 2 different things.
Field goal and extra point. He ain't covering no kicks. He ain't on no kickoff return. He's only on one.
He was working out with Wandale's dad.
Huh?
No, it wasn't. He was working out with the guy that Wandale worked out with. Dang, man. Man, we got to end the show. I ain't want to hear that. I ain't want to hear that, man.
Yeah, his red shirt was burned a long time ago. Dude, his red shirt was burned probably in game 6.
I haven't even noticed him in the damn game.
Oh, really? Nah. How can you fucking miss him?
That's too cool. Hey, I see all that leakage coming there. I'm looking at I got to just start blaming Will. Chris Vaughn, yeah, that's who he was trained with, Chris Vaughn.
So Anthony, if here this is the bad part about it, right? If our line is as leakage as they is, and you got a freshman who is supposed to be a pretty good potential player, and he can't play. Because Landon Young played as a freshman.
What, you better take my thing? You better take my my saying?
What?
How many of them out of the 7 offensive linemen in the rotation, 8 of them, how many are good? If a teacher give a damn test and every student fails.
But hold on, Anthony. Hold on.
Hey,
If you're a teacher and you come into a school that performance is below the state standard because the last teacher didn't do shit, you ain't gonna improve that class that quickly.
Hey, but the teacher before at least had him. The teacher before at least had him getting passable grades. And I'm giving you the test. I'm cheating.
And that teacher before took the 4 best students out of his class with. If you take them 4 students out of the damn average, the damn average is a damn F-.
I forgot we got Antonio Hall's son coming here. I heard good thing about Bingham.
Yeah. The thing about it is,
Lake Dogs still keep throwing good one in there. They throwing good one under the business.
Hey, we both know this, right? Old linemen typically don't come in their freshman year and ball.
No.
Although LSU got two freshmen.
His last name is Watts.
Right. Although LSU got two starting their left and right tackle, both freshmen.
Dang.
Yeah.
Why the hell Derek couldn't play there?
They came this year. They weren't even thought of, right?
But I'm saying the freshman came right in to play. Then that means Derek last year should have been the man.
Yeah, Derek was going to start for LSU last year.
Oh, he just wanted.
No, he got suspended.
Oh, okay. I do remember that. I do remember. Kip Sixbury. Dang, who was John? That was some of my offensive linemen. Them the jokers they had playing in front of me as a senior. John, I wouldn't go that far. I do like Kip. I wouldn't get too carried away, man. But I did like Kip. He came in from Colorado, I believe, with high expectations. Very, very high expectations. Jedrick, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, them certain type of people, man.
Right.
Certain type of people.
But it is real easy to start two freshmen like LSU, like those two guys. Guess where they played high school football?
Ohio?
In the state of Louisiana. Guess how many probably football camps they fucking went to? Probably
in
fucking
Ohio.
No, for LSU.
Ohio?
No, LSU got two starting right. There's two tackles are true freshmen,
and they went to camps in Ohio.
And they went to camps in Louisiana with probably the damn O-line coach who's fucking coaching them now. And they got two there. And so then when they came here, the damn coach felt comfortable because he'd been coaching them for fucking 4 summers.
That's one thing. So Yenzer ain't had a chance to really get out and persuade them kids to come here. Maybe he needs to get out on the trail a little bit. We might lose him like we lost Wolford.
And Alabama is doing shitty on the offensive line, right?
Wolford's there's O-line coach over there. Yeah, that's how we lost them. Before we get up out of here, we got a chance in going 9-3. What would you put up to say we go 9-3? We had no chance against Georgia. Or are you even willing to go 7-5?
Oh hell no. Oh hell no. We go 8-4. And just like I had it slated, we were supposed to lose. We should beat Ole Miss. We should have beat South Carolina. We don't lose to South Carolina with Will as starting quarterback. I would die on that hill.
Not at home.
We are not, but we will have to play A+ game. I think our defense is going to give us a chance. He's going to keep it close, but I don't feel comfortable with that offensive line. I'm sorry, Brent. I can't hide the face, man. I can't hide the emotion that comes out.
It might be Brent's first time watching because that's the whole point. That's the whole point of tuning in this, not watching.
Right. Because I'm sure the damn podcast is dead. When you just do the audio, I'm sure that shit is horrible.
So we ain't got no chance. All right.
I don't want to say no chance. You asked me how much money I would put on it, right? That was what you was gonna ask me, right?
Right.
I will put nothing on us winning. It'll be 0. I'm not. I don't know. But here's the deal, though, right? Our defense is so good. If they lock in and focus, we can give them something. But the offense is going to have to hit on all cylinders. And I'm not sure that it's going to happen.
This is something that came up on Sunday morning. I wanted to ask everybody that said it, Lake Dog, Cat Fan. Man, people talking about Will getting banged up. Somebody asked, do they think it's a possibility of Will sitting out so Will don't get busted up? Because with that line, after Vandy, and plus he already banged up, pretty good. So after Vandy, we got Georgia, and I think Louisville got something for his ass. Not because they can play with us, but that shit you pulled last year, this shit right there, that was shit I gave you last time was nothing. That's nothing. I think I don't care if it's late hits or whatever. I think Louisville got something for it, Will's ass.
Yeah.
So you think he finished the season? You don't see him sitting out no games. You wouldn't anticipate him. Maybe even as Vandy. Like we don't need him for Vandy.
It seems like Will is the ultimate competitor. I have ultimately small ears. No doubt about it. That's been the calling card for a while. My ears are tiny, dude. And not only are they tiny, they lay down like they are aerodynamic. I don't have like them jokers that stick out. So not only are they small, they're aerodynamic, but I have ears, man. I have ears.
Go ahead, man. So you don't think Will sit out? You
no, I don't think so.
You ain't worried about him getting hurt either.
Oh, I'm always worried about him getting hurt. Like here'll be the tough one, right? My question to you is this: will he play in the bowl game?
Depends who the bowl game is against.
Let's say the bowl game is the game in Tampa. Like, no, why you coming at me, man? Why you coming at me? No, it's not Velcro, it's actually magnets. You hear that? He said Velcro. What if it's against Notre Dame? What if it's against Penn State? What if it's against Oklahoma? Like a bigger team. Michigan.
Nah, ain't no way.
I'm just throwing out. I'm not saying this. I'm just throwing out.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody talking about preserving. Shoot, if anybody need to be preserved, I wonder how healthy C-Rod is. They pulled C-Rod out a couple times. Dude, you only played, 4 games, 5 games? You can't be that gassed. They pulled him out a couple times.
Dude, Anthony. This is the first time C-Rod has been tattooed like he's been tattooed every play. Dude. He is getting punished. I've been trying to tell people this all the time. C-Rod has been getting to the fucking second level all the time without getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. C-Rod would consistently get to the second level all the time. It's different when your ass getting hit by them big 300-pounders all the time. Now you got to fight for a damn no gainer. He's fighting for no yards. That's why, Anthony.
Oregon ain't in our round either, are they? Anthony Brinson want to know why Ohio State. No, we're not playing against Ohio State. I mean, I would love for us to play against Ohio State at some point so people to shut the hell up. But
Anthony, how many yards does Chris Rodriguez have?
Oh, man, you better not tell me close to the damn record.
No, because who said he's going to get the record? And said he's going to get the record.
Yeah, now that you can count the damn games after in the bowl. Man.
How many yards he need? He need like over 1,000, right?
Like 1,100.
He only got 571.
Oh no. 2 against Vandy, 2 against Louisville, maybe a buck against Georgia, or 80 against Georgia. And
have you not seen it online?
60 against Georgia and a buck 50 in the bowl game.
USM said he need almost 1,400. So that means he needs.
No, he ain't need that. I mean, I thought he only need like 11 or 12, like 11.
I don't know what the record is. Let's see. Russian record. Russian record is Russian 38-73. No, all he needs is 500 more.
That's what I figured. Yeah, if I said it's about like
Yeah,
like over 1,000.
38. He needs 563. But he only has three. I guess 4 games.
Yeah, that's a buck 40 a game. He said that's still high. $1.25, something like that.
Anthony, I'm just hold on. Let me tell you his yards this year. That 112 had to be one of his biggest ones last week, right?
No, he had 190, didn't he? Or 180 or something.
We had 180 against. Yeah, one. Okay, Mississippi State. So shit. Okay. So the old line might not be as bad as we think. Dude, he's got almost 5 yards of carry this year. And these are all SEC games.
He got what?
He almost got 5 yards of carry.
Oh, I thought you said he almost got 500 carries. I was like, what?
No, 5 yards of carry. He had 4.9.
Okay.
So okay, he got a shot then.
Yeah. So,
but that Georgia game is gonna hurt though. I don't know. You're gonna hit that.
What you keep saying? Let me see. He'll get it if it's his. We want to get it. Shit, if he goes to keep breaking 5 and 6 tackles. 2, if the coach gonna keep giving him the ball, because we ain't about to keep starting 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9.
Dude, Anthony, the only game he ain't get the ball that much was Tennessee,
and we couldn't afford to.
I mean, his first game back, they gave him 19 carries. Then he went 22. Then he went 31, 15, and 29. He getting the rock.
Oh damn!
He getting the rock. he getting his.
Yeah. Well, that is what it is, man. Why does he say Cummings may be hurt? I don't know. Well, we got Vandy coming up. We ain't doing no Vandy talk. We got Vandy coming up. I tell you what, I'm just gonna throw this out there. If we mess around and have a close game with Vandy, had 6 carries in the second half against South Carolina. Yeah, that was the bull. That was that bullshit nizzle.
Yeah.
We're gonna say this. I'm gonna get on up out of here. If everybody keep asking me this as well, Cunningham. That's what,
really?
I didn't know that Cunningham was injured. If we get up on Vanderbilt really big, everybody wants to know, should we pull Will? If we get up by 3-4 touchdowns, should we pull Will?
Yes.
Or let Will continue to showcase?
No.
Okay, so as soon as we get up, go and pull him.
Pull him out the halftime. If we are big, give him a series in the third quarter, and that's it.
All right. Well, heard it here first. We might not see Will the second half. One possession. Series, whatever. Possession. We ain't gonna say series, possession. All right. We appreciate all y'all for joining us. Good deal, man. Sorry for all the cussing. Van was raised on a pirate ship. I don't know if it's the Nina, the Pinta, or the Santa Maria. He ain't that old, but okay. Yeah, might see Destin. That's the other question. Who they gonna see? Who we gonna see if they pull Will out? But dang, man, y'all keep on saying. Shatterfield said, Hammond will play this week. Good luck. That. All right.
Oh, last one. Then we go out. We are playing a backup quarterback this week who was a starter, but now he's backup, who now will be the starter again. Swan is hurt, and Mike Wright will be the starting quarterback for Vanderbilt, who we played last year as a starter, who started the season against Hawaii, but lost his job to AJ Swan. So are we playing a backup quarterback over now? All right, I'm out.
You know we ain't good against backup quarterback. And Lake Dog said, Appreciate for the show, Snake. Destro. What was the name of that dude? That was G.I. Joe's nemesis. All right, man. We appreciate y'all, man, for joining us, man. Head on over to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
We on LinkedIn too, seems like.
Yeah, I post on my LinkedIn. I don't know if that was probably my best thing or not, but there's some business ventures there. So yeah, we're all over the place, man. Go like, subscribe, follow, share, tell your friends to check us out. When we enjoy the conversation, we enjoy y'all staying involved. We'll be back next week at our regular time. We're not changing the time on y'all again for a minute. We'll be back next week, and we're gonna talk a little bit of Georgia game after a big win over Vandy. All right, peace out.